So students, I am again with you with the new chapter, and that chapter is your third chapter, synthetic fibers and plastics. We are going to discuss this thing. Basically the fibers, it is related to the previous classes, and these fibers have lots of discussion in previous year. Now just I want to brief, but the fiber is basically a kind of the things which we get from the mulberry trees. And when we talk about this fiber is basically gets from the animals as well as the plant. When we talk about the animals, the fibers are getting from the like a camel, goat. There is these kind of the fibers are basically from, and when we talk about fiber from plants, then it gets from mulberry plant. Now here we are going to, and this fiber is made up of two. One is which is given by nature, that is the plant and animals, and another things where these plants are also gets from the man-made, and that kind of the fibers which we get from the man-made are basically comes under the synthetic fibers. Now these synthetic fibers, what they do, basically they do the process of chemicals, use the different kind of the chemicals, and these chemicals when react, they form a fibers, and these things we are going to discuss here, that is the synthetic fibers, and with that synthetic fiber there is another kind of the thing that is called the plastic. We will discuss in today's class. Now on the basis of the, here you can just only go through this slide. Here written is synthetic fiber is rayon, artificial. What are the different synthetic fibers? We will have some examples of these synthetic fiber. Rayon, that is rayon is also known as artificial silk because it is a first synthetic fiber which is made by this silk. The nylon, polyester, and acrylic. These are the basic synthetic fibers. Here, in the different way, the fibers are manufactured on natural. The fibers that can be manufactured, that may be synthetic fiber and regenerated fibers. That synthetic fibers are nylon, polyester, acrylic. These are the synthetic fibers which is in your course, but these three are not in your course. That is known as regenerated. Just for your increase your understanding, I have written here. So just you have to understand. Don't write this point here. Viscous acetate, triacetate. These are the regenerated kind of the fibers. Now when we talk about animals and plants, these things we have already discussed in previous classes, and we are not going to discuss here. Natural fiber is not going to discuss here. In brief, I again started with that. The brief, man is involved in the actual, the kind of the fibers, actual fiber formation process, and the man is involved in the actual fiber formation process. Synthetic fiber and regenerated fiber already shown in different last previous slide, usually from the chemical and natural polymer sources. This man-made fiber, which is synthetic fiber, is basically the natural polymer sources. We will discuss this polymer, what is polymer, in the next coming slide. The continuous filament fibers, that is fibers are long and do not always have to be spun into yarn. That kind of the fibers, which is long, but they do not have to spun into yarn. That cannot be converted into. You can see here, this fiber cannot convert it into yarn, and that basically in today's we are basically using that kind of the pillow where this kind of the fibers are utilized. This named as a foam fiber, and that cannot be spun into yarn. The sources of synthetic fiber, you can see here, the sources pine tree. This pine tree are petrochemicals. These are the two sources where the synthetic fibers are made. And this is since the viscous means what the density of that fibers means liquid. Pine trees or petrochemicals, the density of the liquid is very high. That's why it is called a viscous. Acrylic, nylon, and polyester come from the oil and coal. This is the oil and coal. You can see here is written clearly in this here oil and coal. These nylon, acrylic, and polyester are from oil and coal. Now when we talk about the natural fibers, they composed of atom of various elements such as carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, sometimes of nitrogen and other elements like sulfur is lower quantity. These are composed of atom of various elements. When these composed of these elements like carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, when these elements are composed together, the natural fibers are formed. Come from plants, animals. These are the from where we get. These are get from plants and animals. Have a short fiber called staple fibers. They are basically called as a staple fiber. Now the exceptions to this rule is silk, a natural fiber whose continuous filaments are up to 1 kilometer in length. That is the silk fiber. That is called this silk is basically a natural fiber, and that natural fiber, the quality of that natural fiber is 1 kilometer length. The filaments mean length of that fiber is how much? 1 kilometer length. The sources of natural cotton, linen, wool, and silk. These are the sources. We are not going to discuss here. Now it is important. Types of synthetic fiber. It is important. Both the rayon. What you have to do, understand what is rayon and what are the different kind of this rayons, and also where it is used. The fabric obtained from silk fiber was very costly. The fabrics which obtained from silk is very costly. That's why to reduce this cost, the texture fascinated everybody. And since this silk is the texture of silk is very fascinated, that's why it is very in demand. That's why the cost is very high. Attempts were made to make silk artificially. Now what happened? There are the different kind of the observation or practical done for this, and gets the artificial fibers you see here. Towards the end of the 19th century, the scientists were successful in obtaining a fiber having a property similar to that of silk. It is the history of rayon. You can see here the polyester and acrylic. We wear sweaters and use shawls or blanket in the winter. These are some examples of acrylic and polyesters. Many of these are actually not made from natural wool. These things are not necessarily made of natural wool. Though they appear to resemble wool, they look like a wool, but they are not naturally wool. These are prepared from another type of synthetic fiber that is called the acrylic. The wool obtained from natural sources is quite expensive. In this here also we are talking about, it is quite expensive. The natural fibers which we get for silk or wool which we get from naturally, that is very expensive. Whereas cloth made from acrylic are relatively cheap. That's why the acrylic should be there. Here we just want to give some brief importance about these kind of the synthetic fiber. When we talk about nylon, nylon is fiber, it is strong, elastic and light. This is made up of an elastic, it is a light, elastic and light. It was lustrous and easy to wash. This synthetic fiber can be easy to wash, so it became very popular for making cloth. The nylon is made up, used for to make a cloth. We use many articles made from nylon such as socks. We generally wear ropes, tents, toothbrushes, car seat, belts, sleeping bags, curtain, and so also we have now we are using tires also made up of nylon. Here the kind of the synthetic fiber, that is polyester. Here it is obtained from coal, water, air and petroleum. The strength of this polyester is very strong, elastic, very low, it cannot be stretched, and these are the some quality are written here. If you want to study, these are these can extend your knowledge also. Here manufactured synthetic fibers. There are some here different kind of the cloth. You can go through all these examples. When we talk about polyester, the property of the polyester is very strong. Means it cannot be easily broken, and can be made from flame resistance. It protects from the flames. Thermoplastic can be heat set into pleats and the shapes. These are the some property written and the examples are written here, and what are the different uses. I have just given this slide to extend your knowledge. What are the polyester advantage and disadvantage of these things? You can go through this slide. All the things. Now when we talk about what is polymer, polymer, a long molecule made up of from a lots of a small molecule, that is called the monomers. Here you can see, here it is a unit of any kind of the big substance, and when these units are combined together in this form, when these are the some units, and these smallest units are basically known as monomers. And when these monomers are get together, means these monomers are combined together, they form a polymer. This is the polymer. This kind of the structure is polymer. When these individual monomers, these are the individual monomers. When these individual monomers are combined together, they form a polymer. We are talking about a polymer. Here again I have shown in different ways. These are the one monomer and another monomer. It is a monomer, it is a single kind, and these two consider as one monomer. And when these monomers are combined together, they form a polymer. This is the polymer. Here also written monomers, individual monomers in different ways. I want to give a picturized view so that you are understanding. There are the different monomers, and for different monomers it may be have a different structure. That's why these colors shows the different structures. These are the monomers. When they get converted into this form, then it is called a polymer. Here again the monomers, and they get converted into polymer. Monomer versus polymer. A polymer is a macroscopic material, that means is a larger scale. It considered, and when all these monomers combine together, then the polymers are formed. That's why it is a macroscopic material built from a large number of repeating. Here monomers have a if we consider it is a monomer of one, then here you can observe it is again the same monomer. Here again the same monomers, same monomer. It is called the repeating unit. It is called a repeating unit of repeating single units bound together. When repeating single units bound together, then it is called the polymer. Polymers are complex. It becomes a complex. Why? It cannot be easy to broke down. That's why it is a complex, and it has a high molecular weight. Since it carries a small weight, when all these monomers join together, then it converts into high molecular weight. The monomer is single repeating unit. It is called a monomers. Here you can see monomer is single repeating unit that is covalently bonded to form a polymers. The monomers are simply molecule with low molecular weight. Since it is a single unit, that's why it is a low molecular weight. And monomers are basically bounded together by a covalent bond. Covalent bond where there this covalent bond where there are the two atoms combined together and to form a bond, single bond. That's why it is called as covalent bond. Now, when we talk about the polymer, will always have a single repeating unit. Monomers have a different combination of small units. Polymers are macroscopic, whereas monomers are microscopic. You can go through this. Here again, in front of you, it is written a polymer and it is a monomers. Different biological polymers and monomers are written. The carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acid. This slide is not necessary to understand, but just go through if you want, you can. Now, when we talk about the advantage of synthetic power may have many advantages over natural fibers. Number one, synthetic power do not depend either on agriculture crop. Since it is made up of a different using of the different chemicals, that's why it is not depend on either on the chemical agriculture crops. Now, when we talk about the fibers made up of synthetic fibers like polyester, nylons are easily heat shipped. It can be heated. Then they retain the fold or pleat made on them by ironing even after washing. This plastic polyesters and nylons are ironing after washing. And what is the reason? Because it is a heat set kind of the fibers. The synthetic fibers are much stronger than and hence more durable than natural fiber. Synthetic fiber is stronger because of the strength of the synthetic fibers, which can be carried from one place to another place. That is why it is durable. And they dry easily and have a faster color. Synthetic fibers are not easily acted upon by moisture, chemicals, or bacteria. And these synthetic fibers cannot be affected by moisture, chemicals, and bacteria. They are generally cheaper than the natural fibers. These fibers are basically cheaper than the natural fiber because it is made up of different use of the chemicals. And when we talk about the advantage of the disadvantage of the synthetic fibers, the most fabrics made from synthetic fiber requires careful ironing as they melt easily. Since these irons like polyester, nylon can be ironed, but since they are made on heating, that's why these kind of the things require carefully ironing. Most fabrics made from the synthetic fiber absorb very little moisture. The synthetic fibers are basically absorb moisture, very important. They become sticky when the body is wet. when they makes them uncomfortable to wear hot weathers. When these synthetic fiber cannot be there at time of the high temperatures. Now the last most favorite made of synthetic fiber catch fire easily. It is also given in this point. Therefore, it is dangerous to wear them near a source of fire. Wherever there is a fire, our temperature is more. At that time, these fibers are not very useful, and because of that, this is the disadvantage of fabrics. Now here we are talking about synthetic fibers characteristics. Cheaper than natural fibers, stronger than natural. It is easy to maintain the synthetic fiber. It is easy to wash and synthetic fibers. Synthetic fibers are dried up in less time. Synthetic fibers are readily available for mass people. Now we are going to talk about the plastics. Here you can see how the plastics are made. Now this definition you will not have to learn, but where the plastics words came from. It is a Greek word, basically plastikos. That is the Greek word, and this meaning of this plastikos is capable of being saved or molded. This is a Greek word, and the meaning of this Greek word is to being a saved or molded. This can be molded in different form. A plastic material is any of wide range of synthetic or semi-synthetic organic solid that is moldables. That means they can mold from any kind of the shape. These kind of the materials man's or where the industry of this kind of the things are making, they can be molded in different form. Plastics are organic polymers of high molecular mass. High molecular mass means what? When they are in previous two slides, when we are talking about monomers, in that monomers, what happened? The monomers is any kind of the chemicals by which the polymers are made. Once these polymers, that is why it is called the organic polymers. All these are combined together, they form an organic, they made from an organic compound. That's why it is called the organic polymers. And since it is had a large number of repeating unit, all the monomers when get combined together, they form a high molecular mass. Then here the definition is written. First definition: the term plastic includes material composed of various elements such as carbon, nitrogen. These are the some elements which combine together and they form a plastic. The polythene, these are the some examples: polythene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene is largely used in the manufacturing plastic. These plastics are basically used by polythene, polyvinyl chloride, polystyrene is used to make a plastic. The first human-made plastic, it is just for a knowledge person. Knowledge, to extend your knowledge, the first human-made plastic was parksin. Parksin, later called cellulose. It is after the parksin, it is called a cellulose. Was invented by Alexander Parks in 1855. Whenever the questions come, which is the first man-made plastic, your answer should be Parksin, and it is basically cellulose. Now we are talking about the thermoplastic. The plastics that plastics are in previous slide the information have to given is that plastic can be molded in different stages on the basis of the temperature and molding process. Plastics are basically divided into two types. One type is known as thermoplast and another type is known as thermosetting plastic. The thermoplastic plastic which can be processed or reused. The kind of the plastic that can be reprocessed or reused, that kind of the plastic is known as thermoplastic. Also, we have some another discussion in different slide. And when we talk about thermostatic plastic, cannot be reused if formed once heated. Once it was made or heated, that cannot be used again. That's why it is a reused. Thermoplast is reused, whereas thermostatic cannot be reused. Now the definition of plastic is a synthetic substance made up of, synthetic means man-made, substance made up of a long chain of complex molecules, that is the monomers. When all these monomers combine together, they form a complex molecule capable of being formed or molded into any desired shape, any kind of the shape which you want to give, that is called a plastic. So basically, how to understand what is the plastic? A synthetic substance made up of a long chain of complex molecule. You have to remember this point. Long chain of complex molecule, that is known as plastic. And that plastic can be molded in different shape. Here, as already told in previous slide, that we have some discussion about thermosetting and thermoplastic. When we talk about thermoplastic, a polymer that can be remolded after manufacturing, that is again reused or reprocessed, that is called the thermoplastic. Softened. This plastic is very softened and reheated. Once it hit heat, then it converted into different products. Substantial like tips, isotropic and property. They are keeping isotropic property. Exclusions, PVC like polyvinyl chloride, PVC, polyvinyl chloride. This pipe is made up of this polymer or molding PET. PET is a polystyrene, ethylene. It is a soda bottle. We call it as a soda bottle. Here the structures are given. Thermostatic plastics. Here the structures of this thermostatic plastic are given, and thermoplast is given here. There are the different kind of the formation, like linear. It is one way where the monomers are joined in this single chain, that is linear. If there is a branch and there is a networking, and this time they gets the converted into cross or thermoplastic. And in thermoplastic there this chain is followed, and in thermostatic the networking process is joined. Here the examples are given. All these examples of the polymers. These are the things made up of plastic: toy car, Walkman, rattling food, kettle, toy bricks, kitchen bin, party bag, dice, and watering can. In the picture form can be molded, melted repeatedly. This is thermoplast, and cannot be, once shaped, cannot be melted. These are the plugs which is made, and once these kind of the plastics are made, that cannot be melted. The plastic will get deformed easily on heating, bent easily, are also known as thermoplastic. Example of thermoplastic are polythene, PVC. That is the in this slide is very important. And thermoplastics are used for manufacturing toy forms and various types of containers. These thermoplasts are made. What we have to understand: what is the thermoplastic? What are the different examples given? Here the thermoplastic examples are shown in front of you. This is the thermosetting from here. This part is thermoplastic. The examples are given here. You can go through. This picture is given in your book. Polymer chain. This is monomer. When these monomers are combined together, they get converted into polymer. Is polymer. Here, thermostatic plastic. You can see here where the linears are joined together and form a polymer chain. In thermostatic plastic, the polymer networking polymer take place in this way, cross link. This is the cross line. You can see here polymer chain in thermostatic plastic like bakelite. The example of polymer chain like thermostatic. The example of thermostatic plastic is bakelite. And in bakelite there is a cross-link polymers. Whereas thermoplastic like polythene, linear polymerization. In polythene, only this linear polymers are chain available. Whereas in bakelite, the cross-link polymer are present. It is you don't have to understand all these things because it is not in your syllabus. This thermostatic plastic, there are these properties also you have to know. Only what you have to do, you have to go through these prompts. There are the different thermostatic plastic name are written here. Common names also written here. Chemical name, common name, and what are the properties of these substances, what is the uses of these substances. Just go through this, increase your knowledge. But this slide is very important. What is the difference between thermoplastic and thermostatic plastics? The formed by adhesion polymer. It is formed by adhesion polymer means when different kind of the polymers get together, they form a thermoplastic. Long chain linear polymer, where you have in previous slide I have shown in linear polymer get together and soften on heated and stiffen on cooling. When the heat they get soft, and when it cools they get stiff and can be remolded, can usually soft being less brittle that cannot be broken down, can be reclaimed from waste. It is not it can be recycled. That's why it is can be used, reused, and soluble in organic solvent. These kind of the polymers soluble in organic. Very important for you people, for you to understand these points also. Soluble in organic solvent like alcohol like acetic acid. These are the some organic solvent. When we talk about thermostatic plastic formed by condensation of polymer, here the addition reaction